What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
You know what time it is, people. It's about to be that time. One Piece 1084. Will this be? Will this be what Oda has been waiting 5 years exactly to tell us about the Reverie? We gonna get into this? Because last week it was basically just a recap. I'm ready. All right. Okay. Reverie time, people. Reverie time. Let's do this. Woo! You know what to do, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're feeling the vibe, let's see those likes up.
Another one.
Let's see it. Shout out to Alejandro for rejoining. Boom.
Another one.
Another one. Shout out to Terrible TJ, member for 2 months, said can't stay, but everybody make sure to like D-Stream. Listen to the boy. Listen to it. Thank you for the reminder. Let's get that OST going. Good job, chat. Okay. Chapter 1084. Woo. 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 Weather Queen. Get a load of this color spread. Get a load of this. A lot of ladies in this. Let's see. You got the Queen Vivi in the middle. Shirt says Tiger. I love that. You know, this is agenda time. You know this, right? Because let's take a look right here. Let's take a moment. We have this sunny balloon boat, and inside is Robin, Vivi, Tama, Yamato, right? Nami is off to the side, to be expected. Carrot is not in the boat. Sorry, Carrot fans. But Vivi's coming back to the crew. And Yamato and Tama are honorary. The interesting part is Koala's placement, though. Get a load of that. This is one of the best color spreads I've ever seen. It's a lot of fun. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, we're starting off hot. All right. Inside Pangaea Castle. Sacred Marijoa. Literally starting off hot. We got Sabo taking out some guards. Bonnie and Sabo. Now, remember at the beginning of Egghead, Bonnie had said, should I tell them about what happened at the Reverie? And then she decided not to do it. So this is interesting. We knew she'd play a role. We knew this. Chad's saying, see ulti. Yeah, I saw ulti. Alright. Jewelry Bonnie. Good, we can skip introductions. I think we're after the same thing. Intruder in the guard room. The keys to the slave collars have been stolen. You know, I'd heard that Kuma had a daughter, and I've been following the news articles about the Revolutionary Army's activities, which is why I trust you guys to take my father to safety. Karasu, here. What the? Deliver these keys. Tell Morley and the others that once Kuma and the slaves are out of their chains, they're to return to headquarters. The mission is over. What did we just talk about last week? Sentient Logia awakening. This dude split himself up, turned into a crow, is able to talk using it, and delivered these keys to Sabo. This is Logia awakening. This is Logia awakening. It has to be. Has to be. All right. What about you, Sabo? I'll be right behind once I've taken care of business. All right, be careful. What's your next move, Bonnie? I'll go to Egghead and ask Vegapunk if he has a way to bring my father back to his senses, and if he doesn't, then this way. All right. That's strange. I know I saw someone. There are even fewer guards for this tower than before. It's already too large for us to cover. Thanks. I love this. I love this. Sabo Bonnie shippers, you're ascending. What you don't know. When people go missing, it's usually because they saw it. My guy Maxo said, Logia awakening? Probably, but I haven't seen anyone talk about the relation between flame and soot ash here. That's synergy, we're saying. I can't remember if we talked about that last week or if it was just somebody in the comments. But I did see at least one person talking about it, and it was really interesting. Something they shouldn't have. Like what? The Lost Chamber. Don't say it out loud, even as a joke. Sabo, clock that.
Savage.
Egghead's in a new world. But we're heading to the sea in the opposite direction. Best of luck to you. Feels really weird to have revolutionaries doing me favors like this. We both want to save the same person. I know. Take care of Dad. Okay. So this is kind of weird. So they're in the castle. And then Sabo jumps out of the castle to get Bonnie out of there. So Bonnie went there to save her dad. And then the second she sees Sabo, is just like, all right, I'm going to go to Egghead. You guys get my dad. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, we're in the empty throne room. We're in the empty throne room. Okay. That reminds me that I made something for this. And the only picture I could find was the throne room. I forgot to add it in. Let's see. Where is this? Bear with me for a second, guys.
Who killed Cobra? Who killed Cobra? Who killed...
Let's see. Where did I put that? There we are.
Who killed Cobra? Who killed Cobra?
I just love that it's actually in the throne room because I didn't want to spoil myself. So I wasn't like looking for an image to put in the background of like the Gorosei room just in case. So I was like, all right, let me look up a picture of the throne room. And I put it in the background. What do you ask of us, Cobra, King of Alabasta? Ah, yes. Where should I start? The world government we know today began 800 years ago, when it was created by a group of 20 kings. As the newly styled creators of the world, they moved here to Marijoa with their families, where they became known as celestial dragons and have ruled over the world for 8 centuries since. Yes, we know this. Amongst themselves, the 20 kings have always been equals. And to prevent one from ruling over the others as a dictator, they created the empty throne and placed 20 weapons around it to symbolize their oath to never claim that seat. In the kingdoms that had lost their royal families, the 20 kingdoms, new kings were chosen, whose rule continues to this day. Therefore, the first 20 dynasties' names are no longer found in the lands from whence they came, except for the Nefertari. But Alabasta is different. The monarch at that time, Queen Lily of the Nefertari dynasty, that's a good name, was counted among the first 20. But did not become a celestial dragon. I love this. I love that it wasn't a king. I like this. All right. Big Vivi vibes there. Choosing to return to Alabasta and continue the Nefertari line in her homeland, where the name still reigns. Next page. This is why, in actuality, there are only 19 weapons surrounding the throne. Ooh, lore. Nanto yo big nusu. This is all correct, but what's your point? I was going through old historical documents from my royal library. The only history one can peruse there comes from documents after the span of the Void Century, and yet There is no mention of Queen Lily's name. She did not come back to rule Alabasta after that. Oh, is this Emu? Oh god. Are the Nefertari Emu things correct? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this what it's gonna be? The final battle is Vivi's great grandma or something? Oh man. Alright, let me see. Lily's younger brother took the throne in Alabasta instead. Is there anything you might be able to tell me about her? They're shook. That's what you wanted to ask? It was 800 years ago. It is recorded, fact, that the ruler from the Nefertari dynasty did not live here. And then we go to Emu? And Emu's listening in this entire time? Oh boy. Alright. It's about to get spicy! Alright. But we assumed that she had gone back home. Whatever her reasons or actions were, they have long been lost to the cobwebs of time. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. In that case, what is the D? Gorosei about to be like...
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Okay. Why would you ask that?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Well, you see, there is a brief 800-year-old letter that she passed down through our line of kings. Okay. So if that's the case, then Lily... If he got a letter from Lily, then Lily's not Emu, but Lily died and knew she was about to die. See, now this is what I wanted. Now remember, before I go any further, I said that I wanted this to be like a just badass moment for Cobra. Like, I wanted him to pull up to the Gorosei and not just like unleash some stuff and then just die. Like, I wanted him to come in with like, hey guys, like, I know, but not only do I know, I put something in place because I know. So I'm hoping we get that. If Oda just goes, hey guys, I know about these things, and then Cobra dies, that's a little weak. But I trust Oda. Let's see if we can, like, have Cobra do something really crazy, set something up in stone, reveal something, make sure that Vivi knows, Vivi can tell the crew something. All right. Mingling Courtyard, Pangaea Castle. Okay. Eek, stop doing this. Please, I beg of you. You're hurting me. Someone please help me. Oh, man. Look at how they're massacring my girl. I've done it, Father. I never gave up. I caught myself a giant mermaid at last. I've done it, Father. I never gave up. Well done, Charloss. Oh no, the poor lovely princess. How's she? What do you eat? I'll take you on walks every day, my pet. Only I'll be riding you, and if you don't obey my orders, I'll do unspeakable things to you. All right. Somebody get this man. No.
Run, bitch! Run!
I refuse. Someone please help me. All right. Now, what I would love is if some peacock slashers came out and hit Charloss. Like, that would be the ascension. That would be the ascension. All right. But, you know, we'll see. Anyway.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Run away. No, come back. We didn't see this. We didn't see anything. But, mate, did you just say you refused? Don't talk back to me. She turned us all down anyway. What do we care what happens to her? Okay. We got the rest of, her family showing up here. Move it. You're like seaweed in my way. The Ryugu princes. Don't try any funny stuff or they'll destroy your home. Sorry for taking my eyes off of you, Shirahoshi. We're leaving this horrible place and never coming back. Brothers! Okay. Unhand her, celestial dragon. Get them, my invincible slave Kuma! Yeah. Warlord of the Sea, Bartholomew Kuma, reduced to such a wretched state. Nevertheless, we fight, come. Ryuboshi, Mamboshi. This is the stuff we've been waiting for. Alright. This is what we've been waiting for. Go ahead and kill them, Kuma! Just pay enough money and even royalty will let us get away with it, especially measly fishbag. Shirahoshi. It's that guy again, Rebecca. We got Leo and Rebecca. We got Sai. Hey, Miosgard, can I do it this time? Be my guest. I'll take full responsibility for the outcome. Okay, so Alright, okay. So the Grand Fleet is about to get in on this Charloss action. But not you, Fukaboshi. Royalty, stay back. Miosgard, there's a price to pay for whacking Miria. Kuma, kill Miosgard. Why the double standard, Miosgard? You'd let us stand aside when our own sisters... They can simply run away. They have no nation to support. They're pirates. Tantada combat. Shokun's secret art drill. Chrissy loves Leo, so she's got to be ascending at this. And shout out to the boy Fable. W's in the chat. Put those W's in. Oh man, came through with the lavish bracket. Let's see. Sir Leo, Sir Sai, don't do it. He's a celestial dragon. Tail, hammer, dragon, nail. This is the attempted murder, right?
Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it. Lavish bracket in a
This is sensational. This is sensational. Charloss, it's all over. He's dead. It's a murder scene. The murder of a celestial dragon. The admirals will be on their way. This was the murder all along. Cobra's alive. Cobra was an attempted murder. This is the attempt. All right. Let's see here. Oh, and then Morley comes out of nowhere. No, Kuma, you can't. You've done enough. You don't need to listen to orders anymore. Let's go home. Come back with us. What's a giant doing here? Morley, I got the keys from Sabo.
Morley, I got the keys from Sabo.
Very motivated. Said, it's the Grand Fleet captains already having combo attacks for me. Just seeing, like, Sai's cool. I like Sai. But Leo, I do like Leo too. So I was seeing Leo get in on that Charloss action. But you know what would have been better? Vivi. Would have been better with Vivi, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Alright. Thanks, Karasu. Okay, let's go down. No, my son! Ah! Okay, we got Emu. Oh, great Emu, but King Cobra is still present.
Savage.
What? Lily. Thump.
Another one.
Shout out to Ronnie Williams, member for 1 month. Said 1062 anime reaction 2 after this. Maybe. I've been hearing that it's cool. I've been hearing that it they were talking about it in the Discord. We got to talk about this though. There are things to talk about this. I mean, towards the end of the stream, I can maybe throw it on.
Savage.
Let's see. Okay. So, before I get into the chat, let's think about this stuff for a second. Let's think about this. All right. Cobra gets to live another day. Cobra lives another day. Although these are all black bars, so he's dead anyway. But, man. Finally getting Reverie stuff. Part of me feels like none of this needed to be held this long. You know? Let's see. So, we had Sabo. moving about. Runs into Bonnie. Saves Bonnie from getting caught. Gets Bonnie out of Pangaea Castle. And then goes to head back inside. I want to get into what everybody's talking about, but everybody's had like a week almost to talk about everything, and there's a lot of stuff here, so I want to like kind of like just get in my bag a little bit before I see what everybody else is talking about. Created the empty throne, placed 20 weapons around it to symbolize their oath to never claim that seat. The 20 kingdoms that had lost their royal families, new kings were chosen. Whose rule continues to this day. Right. So we saw this with Dressrosa. Dressrosa, the Doldo family, the Riku family, sorry. Riku family took over Dressrosa from the Doflamingo family, the Don Quixotes, sorry. And that's why Doflamingo pulled up, because he wanted to get his birthright back. So the Don Quixotes let the Rikus sort of monitor their land for them. The Nefertaris were the only ones who didn't decide to do that. They decided to continue. The monarch at that time was Queen Lily. She chose not to become a celestial dragon. So probably like Vivi, Lily was very against all of the stuff that they were doing. Choosing to return to Alabasta and continue the Nefertari line in her homeland where her name still reigns. There's only 19 weapons. Now, this is a confusing thing. So Cobra says that Lily's name still reigns, but that her name is not mentioned in any books, though.
You loyal.
So that's sort of a weird translation there. She did not come back to rule Alabasta after that. Brother did. So, now we've seen another Lily in the story. Amazon Lily. An island of women. Any correlation? Is Hancock actually Nefertari Hancock? Vivi's distant cousin? Let's see. That's what you wanted to ask. 800 years ago, there's recorded fact that the ruler from that time, from the Nefertari dynasty, did not live here. He assumed that she had gone back home. It's the D. But also the implication at the end with Emu talking about Lily. Are they Lily? See, there is a brief 800-year-old letter that she passed down through our line of kings. But see, that's the part that makes me think that it's not. Then we get all this awesome stuff with Shirahoshi. Sai and Leo pull up.
Savage.
King Cobra is still present. Lily. Man. Wow. All right. Okay. I feel like this sort of implies You know, like, just doubles down on the emu is 800 years old or from the Void Century stuff, just the way that they say it. But I don't know. All right, let's get into the chat. Oscar Cruz, member for 22 months, said, what does it all mean? And we're going to get into it, and there's a lot to talk about. Still more questions than answers, though. David Cott said, following Randy and Dak's theory, what if Lily used the Marrow on Joy Boy to make the poneglyphs? And then was tired of men and founded Amazon Lily. Yeah, so that goes back to the thing I was just talking about with Amazon Lily. So, talking about the reassembled Joy Boy thing, which I still have to make a video for. I did record some new videos, so those are going to be edited and, you know, they're going to be coming out. But I'm glad that I haven't made the video yet, because this kind of stuff can, you know, kind of build into it. That's fun. Lily having it. And what I like about that, too, is, let's say, hypothetically, Lily did have the Marrow no Mi, right? The Love fruit, Hancock's fruit. Founded Amazon Lily.
Savage.
Created the poneglyphs using the fruit by petrifying Joy Boy. And in a coalition with some other people, split him up and basically, you know, coordinated this with the people of Wano to... getting ahead of myself, because there's probably a bunch of people in the chat that don't know the theory. But basically, the poneglyphs have a voice, so part of the poneglyphs have to be alive. So, thinking that the poneglyphs were all actually part of a human, and probably Joy Boy, who offered himself to be tattooed and split across like the like Osiris. And if we can actually tie, like, this is one of the key things that I wanted to, that was like kind of bugging me about the theory, is because it's like, it's so very much like we talked about the story of Osiris, which is an Egyptian tale, but there was no real tie to Alabasta in it. This is the way we get the tie to Alabasta to really make it the Osiris story. This is some... Yeah. Lily had the Marrow no Mi. Creates Amazon Lily. Is friends with Joy Boy. Worked with the people of Wano to, after she had petrified Joy Boy, inscribe the messages that she wanted to pass along. Either the Bara no Mi or the Opi no Mi is used to split up Joy Boy as he's petrified into 30 different rocks. The red poneglyphs being Joy Boy's heart. The one piece is to put all of the stones back together to get the full story of what happened during the 800 years. One piece. Yeah, this is a big thing. Dak, I saw you in here. Where you at on this? Where you at, bro? Yeah, drop those tinfoils in the chat. J. Real Hogan said, my theory, Queen Lily created Amazon Lily. I'm kind of on that train. I'm kind of on that. Because the other thing too, where that I mentally went to, but didn't verbally speak it out, is if Lily had that fruit, then that fruit could theoretically then continue to be passed along through the line on Amazon Lily. So that's how Hancock would have gotten it, because it was just going from queen to queen to queen. But whoever had it, like, while Shockey was there, was probably still alive, so it skipped a generation in that moment. Akio9 said Sai and Leo had Charloss looking like a pot of greed. Yeah. Ace2532 said, my mind is racing after this chapter, but the only group that should be allowed to kill Charloss is the fishmen. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Charloss is dead. Because if Charloss is not dead, if Charloss is dead, then that means that Cobra's alive, right? Because there was a murder and there was an attempted murder. There weren't two murders. But Sai and Leo have to have, like, crazy bounties right now. Here's the thing. And this goes in line with Impel Down 2.0. If they did this, there's no way they got out of here. They are in level 6 of Impel Down. This is part of Impel Down 2.0. And the Grand Fleet is going to go to get them out of Impel Down. And I've been saying Grand Fleet Impel Down 2.0. This makes it even better. Ah. Yo. Ooh, we're getting it. We're getting it. Marco's heading there. About to get them out. Barto's gonna pull up. Cavendish. That is the thing. That's the only thing that has made sense to me when they said at the end of, Dressrosa that they would be involved in something extremely important. A massive breakout in Impel Down, even larger of a scale than what Luffy did. All right. Oscar Cruz, what does it all mean? We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Dak said, how do you think Robin ties into this? She has the flower fruit, tying to lilies. Oda assigned her the White House lily as her flower, and obviously, she is going to uncover the true history.
Savage.
Well, it would make sense if Oda had this plan for Lily the whole time, right? And it's not necessarily that Robin has to have a connection to Lily, but that she will be carrying out what Lily's message is. But what I also love is just the crazy ties to Alabasta that just hype up Alabasta, hype up Vivi, hype up the Nefertari clan. Like, they are the ones that are going to be responsible for all of this. Like, the prophecy may have even come from Lily at this point. Like, she started this. She was the one 800 years ago that was like, no, I'm not with this. I'm not with you guys. I'm out of here. The strategist of it all. Nefertari name still reigns, not Lily. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Victoria said, water lilies and lotuses are important in the ancient Egyptian creation story. I think it supports the theory of Lily creating Amazon Lily. I'm all for it. Oh. Cobra, boa, snakes. What's on Amazon Lily? Snakes. What does Hancock? What does she have? A snake.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh my god. And then on top of that, I had the theory that Joy Boy was a giant snake also. This is crazy. It's crazy. Victoria also said, and also connects her to the sun god. Yep. And to Kashi, Jaya, Skypiea, what they believed to be the sun god. Or, well, not the sun god, but god. Or wasn't it the sun god? Sun god Kashi or something? Yeah, that's part of the Joy Boys of Snake theory. Red Hood 52 said they got their heat on feet apron on. About to make burgers. Apron on me. Ian said Sunday cookout. Oh yeah, we cooking. We are cooking. Cooking.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
Ramona Villa said Sai and Leo were under Miosgard's order. He told twice already that he would take full responsibility. Even Akainu confirmed it was a matter between celestial dragons. They're still pirates, though. Even if he takes full responsibility, like, they can throw them away on alternative grounds. Dax said, I'm wondering if Emu has an advanced version of Robin's Devil Fruit power. So another dupe like Baroque Works and Doflamingo Pirates, and then Pika and Pizarro. What would that even be? Jin said the giant snake in Skypiea also links to the Nefertari family. I mean, right now, yeah. KT Core said Amazon lilies, snakes, women named after flowers. Yep. Everything's connected. We connecting dots. Maddie Wolf said Gear Force Snake Man. Yeah, I know. That's all part of the Joy Boys of Snake theory, everything. You know, we've been connecting a lot of that stuff. J. Real Hogan's Luffy Gear Force Snake Man, hashtag Goat Randy. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. That was part of the video too. I'm gonna have to go back to that video. That one's from a long time ago, but I mean there's stuff in there that's makes sense here. Ronnie, you out of here? Appreciate you, man. David Cott said, but at some point Lily must have betrayed or been tricked to betray Joy Boy, as she was aligned with the rebels against the Ancient Kingdom. Unless she was the Trojan horse. Sway Shock said Amazon Lily been real quiet lately. I wonder why Rayleigh saved Boa. Well, it's either Rayleigh is Boa's dad or Rayleigh, who would know, who would be one of the people to know, would know that that fruit is key in getting the One Piece. Brandon King, are you serious? TCV was hilarious this week. Roswell out here saying, "Look how they massacred my boy." They really had him say that. Tony Stank said, "Bro, Cobra also asked about the D, meaning the Nefertari family probably has ties to the D family." Well, not only that, I mean, he's got to be like invested in the idea of, you know, he knows Luffy. Luffy saved his kingdom and all this stuff, so he has to know something about, you know, that the D exists. Cassidy Dillon said, "My theory is that Toki sent Lily into the future. She'll meet with the crew, with Vivi at Laugh-Tale. That's why Roger was too early." That's cool. It's tinfoil. But, you know what I like most about it? We need Vivi there to reunite with her ancestor. Alejandro Salas said, "Cobra had some balls to be asking about the past. Emu has the 20th sword with him. Also nice to see that Bonnie can trust the Revs to take Kuma." So I went back to the page to see if it was something that I missed, and that Emu was actually strapped with the 20th sword. So I'm guessing, Alejandro, that's just your theory. I mean, I buy it. I'm okay with it. But also considering that it's like probably a Luffy opponent, having them have a sword, I don't know. That's more of a Zoro thing. I'd rather see like what Cassidy was talking about, and Lily shows back up from the future because of the Toki Toki no Mi, and she has the sword or something. Or the sword that Toki had in her like initial panel that she was like, wasn't that, she had something in her hand, wasn't it a sword? Like, that's the sword? Now I want to go back to that. Let's see. What was that? That chapter would have been like 960. Probably 963.
Savage.
No, 964. Because I'm still waiting. Like, there's gonna be a moment when we start getting these, you know, these like flashbacks into the past and everything, we're gonna see Toki jump, and we're gonna see like that moment right before she meets Odin, and that's gonna be really cool. That's one thing I'm like definitely waiting for. Yeah, Toki's introduction, she had a sword. That'd be funny. Like, I would love if that sword was important. Ace2532 said, when Emo stabbed the pictures of Blackbeard, Luffy, and Shirahoshi, they had a sword with them. Yeah. Let's go back to that. That, I know, is... 907. Right. No, 908. Ah, yeah. There's the 20th sword, you're right. What I love about this is, you know, we still have questions, obviously, but there's still, you know, there's more context to having an interest in Vivi's picture. I just want to understand why. Like, please, Oda, in 1085, like, give us this information. It's like, have you decided upon another light to be erased from history? Simply state the name you wish stricken. And then the next time we see them, basically, where they actually say something, is Lily. Now, going back to 908, you know, and seeing Emu go up the steps and everything like that, it's the same beat, you know, just 5 years later. And this is one of my issues with it. And I know that Oda probably wanted, I mean, I don't know, maybe he wanted to space it out, but there's a world where we got all of this information, you know, or most of it 5 years ago. But then the editors and everything were just like, no, we've been hyping up Wano. We just got to go to Wano. Get to Wano. End this Reverie stuff. And they're probably doing the same thing to him now. We gotta get back to Egghead. We gotta get back to Egghead. But now he's just like, no, there is no story unless I do all of this. You wanted me to skip it last time, and now I have to do this and recap it and everything. Red Hood, the official translated Lily with a Y, not an I. Respittin', screw Egghead, give me more lore piece. Gabriel Hogan said, I don't know why, but Emu and Lily giving me Star Wars, like, Anakin Skywalker and his girlfriend vibes. Padme. So are you saying that Cobra's looking at his great granddaddy there? There. I'll have a little bit of cheer piece. I'll be right back. We'll get into more of this. right. So, one of the other things that I really like about the prospect of this is while this was another setup chapter, I don't think we can set up anything else. I think we have to like really get into it in the next chapter. We may see Emu's face. We may get some Emu information. Cobra's death. Sabo's got to get back in there. Vivi has to be involved. Now, the other thing too is that so Bonnie starts to leave for Egghead, but it seemed like Bonnie had information, like she had already already knew what happened, like she was there, which is really strange to me. I'm gonna go back to I think it was 1061 when Bonnie said that. I want to see exactly what she said. Let's see. Just to be clear, we're enemies, but thanks for saving me. What's up with your bounty poster with your hair all white? Papers were making a big deal over you. I thought this was the scene where she said something. Is it the next chapter? I'm not making this up, right? Like I'm not misremembering this. Bonnie said something about the Reverie, didn't she? And then like opted to just not talk about it. .1062 just mentioned she ran into Sabo. Alright, I'm on 1062 now. Oh right, I met Sabo and Marijoa. I don't need to bring that up now. Yeah. Just the smallest panel. So, that doesn't, that doesn't say anything. Now, with the context that we saw, it made it seem like it was something bigger, but it's really, she just met Sabo, that's it. It's kind of lame, but alright. See, the crazy thing about all of this Reverie stuff is that you really have to go back to all of the other times they're talking about it every single time to piece together exactly what Oda's trying to do, because he's doing this Tarantino thing where he's just putting everything out of order, or maybe even Nolan and Memento, and it's just trying to keep everything straight. So I'm going back to Kuruma now, because I want to, even though we reread this last week too, but, we'll probably do it again next week. We just gotta, all of the things that we were told, we need to look at it from, these new lenses and put into perspective exactly what this stuff is. So... Can we assume the attempted murder of St. Charloss is solved then? Says Kizaru. So we got confirmation there. Even though it was said, oh, my son has been murdered, that is an overstatement, an exaggeration. He was attempted. Charloss is alive. Vivi's disappearance, which happened at the same time of Cobra's murder, does that imply that her disappearance happened somewhere else? And that she wasn't even in the room? Because now with this Bonnie thing, I'm starting to think that Vivi didn't even see her father die. Just found out about it later, which, awful for Vivi. Awful. But... As far as the accusation that St. Mjosgard let the attacker escape, that's being deliberated in the land of the gods. The holy knights have intervened, and it's a big mess now. Let them figure it out. Alright, so Mjosgard let Sai and Leo attack St. Charloss. And Mjosgard let Sai and Leo escape, which implies that they did get away because they're not talking about like they have Sai and Leo in custody. But that really would have been cool if they went to Impel Down. Just saying, Oda. But in each case, the public is convinced that Sabo was the one pulling the strings. So this is a whole cake Luffy situation right now. Sabo had nothing to do with the Charloss thing, but he's getting blamed for it. Alright. So we finally see how Kuma was freed. We didn't actually see the actual real-time destruction of the hoof of the Celestial Dragon, but I get the implication that it already happened. Although that is kind of a cool thing to have, have seen, and if it was Sabo doing it too. Like, Oda, let him have that moment. Alright. Charloss can tank more hits than Kidnap. Roswell's a better dad than Yasop. Wild. Alejandro said we saw it on fire a few chapters back. Yeah, but we didn't actually see the attack, is what I'm saying. Catching up on the chat here. We're on break, yeah, so we'll have to figure out a theory for theory guest. Chin said Charloss could tank Divine Departure by Shanks. That's wild. Do I think Emu's sword is the 20th sword? Probably. Because there's also no king, right? So the symbolism has to all be within Emu. So if there's no king, but Emu is king, and if there's only 19 swords, but there's really a 20th sword, then yeah, it makes sense. David Cott, that's savage. Said, Charlo's gonna need that wheelchair from Cobra. Have I ever had the Hidden Island on? Yes, I have, KT. Yep. Blaze D World said, level your stuff, Randy. Keep it coming, good sir. Thank you. I put the Vivi cry emojis because I thought maybe Cobra would actually like get clapped this chapter, but it didn't happen. We still don't know who did it. We don't know who did it. It's still a question on the table.
Who killed Cobra? Who killed Cobra?
Dak said, I hope Cobra goes like, oh, so the will of D must be, and then Emu snipes him like they did my boy Clover and O'Hara. I was already at Clover before I even finished the sentence. I was just like, oh, we're gonna get a Cobra, Clover. Who's the other C character in the show that is gonna get caught up after that? Crocodile. The ancient weapon is. Damn! Don't massacre all my boys. Ugh. Oh, Kobe? Well, Kobe is officially a K now, so. The Will of C. Oh no, Chaka. We gotta protect Chaka at all costs, guys. Alright, so let's see. Oh, wait. That's right. Annie said, didn't Boa receive her fruit while she was a slave in Marijoa? That's right. They fed her the fruit. So that puts a damper in that theory from earlier. Oh, man. But that's the other crazy thing about everything is like, if that fruit is so important and so tied to the One Piece and so important to Blackbeard and everything, And meanwhile, they were just force-feeding it to slaves like they didn't even care. That's so busted. Ace2532 said, "Is it bad if I want Chaka, Igaram, and the other guy, to all get killed during this sequence so Vivi's the only survivor from Alabasta?" No, it's not bad. You know, if we're gonna leave anybody alive, let's let Chaka live, but everybody else can go. Brandon King said, "Randy, did you see the Creed casting?" I did. They posted it in the Discord. So he's in there. Blazy World said, "Since next week's a break week, Randy, you should blind read Black Clover and any other mangas that you haven't yet." That was a great stream. So I appreciate that. What we've been doing actually is we're doing Chainsaw Month. So every Tuesday we're watching the anime, and then we may continue that manga afterwards. So this Tuesday, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST, we're going to do episodes 4, 5, and 6. We did 1, 2, 3, and it was fun. I don't think that the other guys from Alabasta are dead, only because of what was said about the ship. Like, it's a double blow for Alabasta. Their ship's still in the Red Port. In fact, they can't send it home with all that's going on. So, due to the investigation and everything into Cobra and all of that, they're probably keeping Igaram, Chaka, and other guy for questioning. How am I digging California so far? Love it. Thanks, KT. Let's see here. Let's go through this chapter again here. So they got the slave collar keys. This Karasu thing is wild. Like, it has to be a situation. Has to be a situation where these Logia awakenings are this. Like, that is so crazy. He turns a part of his body into a crow and lets it fly around, carry things. He can see through them, obviously. It's just wild. It's just wild. Appreciate you, Ace. It's like, you know, this Sabo and Bonnie thing started off so great. Like, I thought it was going to be like this, you know, like buddy thing where they're hiding from everybody and then they get into the throne room together. Which would have then also amped, like, why Saturn would want to go to Egghead in the first place, because he probably wanted to, like, personally take out Bonnie. Like, that would have been cool. Like, the moment where Sabo jumps up and, like, it's, like, protecting Bonnie and making sure they don't get caught. Like, I would have loved, like, another 2-3 pages of them running around having a conversation until they, like, bust into the throne room. But then instead, right after the cool moment of them hiding from everybody, just takes her outside. It's the equivalent of I didn't think this part through. This is the end of Wano and just like throwing in the Yamato and Marco scene. That's how I feel about this part. Then we get into the real meat. World government we know today began 800 years ago, created by 20 kings. Moved here to Marijoa, they became known as Celestial Dragons, ruled over the world for 8 centuries since. Oda takes the time to give every single member of the Gorosei their own panel to symbolize that they are parts of these families. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Amongst themselves, the 20 kings have always been equals. And to prevent one from ruling over others as dictator, they create the empty throne, blah, blah, blah. This is all stuff we learned 5 years ago. In the 20 kingdoms that had lost their royal families, new kings were chosen, yes. Therefore, the first 20 dynasties' names are no longer found in the lands from whence they came. But Alabasta is different. The monarch at that time, Queen Lily of Nefertari, was counted among the first 20, but did not become a celestial dragon, choosing to return to Alabasta and continue in her homeland, where her name still reigns. Something had to happen. I like this Amazon Lily thing, I really do. But at the same time, it's like, why didn't she go back to Alabasta? Like, that's the information that I need to know. I need to understand the key. I need to understand the key here. Fable said, I need Smoker to awaken some owls on some OVO. Smoke owls? Bro. Do your thing, Smoker. Do your thing. Little owl flex for me. That would actually be great. There's 19 weapons. I was going through old historical documents from my royal library. The only history one can peruse there. See, like, he was inspired by everything that happened 2 years ago. Crocodile, Luffy, everything. Like, this man's been studying. Man, sat in his library. He's like, oh man, I'm pulling up to the next Reverie. Ready. The only history one can peruse there comes from documents after the span of the Void Century, and yet there is no mention of Queen Lily's name. So, how do you know about Lily's name? Shout out to KT Core, said if Figureland name from film read as canon and related to Shanks, could the Figureland been the previous rulers of Elbaf before the current family was installed. Was Joy Boy of Figureland, relating him to Shanks? Well, considering that Elbaf is not a affiliated nation, I would think that the Figureland family needs to be an affiliated nation. And I would also think that it's, you know, one of those hidden names, one of those hidden 20 names, considering the only time we ever heard of it was out of the mouth of a Gorosei. So... And given how we know that, you know, Shanks came to be, he was in a treasure chest, all this other stuff, like there very well could be, you know, like we talked about last week, the leader of God's Knights, the Holy Knights, all of that, like that could be a Figureland relative of Shanks that he didn't grow up with and doesn't align his own views with. You see, there is a brief 800-year-old letter that she passed down through our line of kings. Yeah, so that's how he knows the name Lily.
Savage.
Could the letter that he's talking about actually be the poneglyph? Because we never... You know, it's not like Robin tells us exactly what, you know, is on the poneglyphs in the first place. Could we get some sort of a flashback where Robin tells Cobra, like, reads the, you know, some sort of a letter for him? I'd love to have this tie back to Robin in some way. Especially considering at the end of Wano, like, you know, we were talking about that poneglyph with, you know, in Alabasta and everything, and it was tying together. The Leo and Sai attack is so great. The Leo also looks like he's like regular human sized. The impact's great. It's like the Obi-Wan thing when Himo says Lily. Lily. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Peter Falk said, your Logia awakening theory is now my headcanon, alongside the theory that the One Piece turns the world upside down, aligning the calm belt and the red line. I have no other explanation for how Soot turns into crows and can fly around and talk and all that. Like, that's gotta be it. And then we're gonna see Akainu with some like magma hellhounds that he's able to like give sentience and control and fling all around and all of that. Are we sure these 20 governments won, or are they betrayed Lily, like how Cleopatra got betrayed by her family. I mean, there's a lot of room for all of it. There's definitely going to be foul play involved in all of it. So I'm thinking that the letter he's referring to is just like it's an oversimplification. I think the letter is the poneglyph. I mean, it could be a regular letter that was just passed down from generation to generation. But I mean, the poneglyph was also passed down from generation to generation, and like it's something that they needed to protect. So, and it was down in the, you know, the crypts and all of this, and Robin had enough time to read it. And, you know, there's even that flashback where Cobra and Robin were like having a conversation. So there could have been some off-screen dialogue about all of this. I'm gonna head back to that chapter. That should be like 219, I think. I overshot. It's probably 218. Yeah, 218. Okay, here, have him drink this quickly. Robin throws the potion to Cobra to save Luffy. Even if the rubble buries him, if he's a rubber human, then he might just survive. It's not recorded. There's only history written here. The flashback to what Robin says to Crocodile. Cobra says, "Why did you lie to him?" Indicating that Cobra knows exactly what's on the poneglyph. This is the 800-year letter. Okay. Oh, you knew. What a naughty king. The history of this country is not carved onto that stone. There should only be information about the weapon, which your organization seeks, even where it's located. Wano. Have you told Crocodile the truth? Had you told Crocodile the truth at that moment, this country would have fallen into his hands. Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not interested in whether countries and people live or die. I couldn't care less about that. I never intended to hand the weapon over to Crocodile in the first place. I don't understand. Then why did you come here? Expectation and hope are two different things. The object I sought was the Rio poneglyph. Out of all the poneglyphs in the world, the only one which speaks of true history. True history, what's that supposed to be? You don't need to know. For 20 years I searched and searched, and I could find no leads better than this one. This was my final hope. It turned out to be the wrong one. If I'm to die here, then that's fine. I'm tired of following down this path in life. All I wanted was to know history. Dream had too many enemies. Let me ask you, can the untold history actually be construed? Are you saying that's what the poneglyphs record? Why have we... I have no purpose in life. Why the hell should I listen to you? See, this scene, chapter 218, the beginning scene, this is why we're here right now. We've talked about this before. Like, Cobra got inspired by Robin in this moment. But it's also great going back to these things and remembering the context and all this stuff. But Luffy carries Cobra and Robin, and I could totally see a flashback where it's Luffy continuing to take them out, and they're still talking. Because it's not like they're just going to stop talking at that moment. And it's not like they're going to instantly get out also. I think Robin told him something. But it's like, he knew exactly what was on that poneglyph. Can the untold history, can the void century actually be construed? And then in the official it says, do you mean that these scripts can be spun together to tell the untold history? Is that what the poneglyphs are? Robin smiles. If so, then are we? Oh, Cobra gets knocked out. He gets hit with a rock. They could have continued talking, but probably not the way I was just saying it. But this is interesting. Like, he looks at her. If so, then are we? So it's like, how do we, what do we do to finish that line of dialogue there? If so, then are we responsible for blah, 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 blah? Because he knows a little bit more about Lily and, you know, the 20 Kings and all that. I want 1085 right now. Give it to me now, Oda. Seeing Brenda said 220 page 6. Are you saying that the woman in the photo that Sanji picks up is supposed to be Lily? I don't know about that. I think it just reminded him of his mother. Zach Spittin said, it's crazy that Oda likely always had this plan for Cobra. The scene with him and Robin gains a lot of new meaning now. I think it's... Here's the thing, right? You gotta remember that Oda thought that he was only gonna be doing One Piece for 5 years, right? He knows what the One Piece is. And he sets up everything for this, like, true history and blah, 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 blah to, you know, take place. Most of the foreshadowing, the information of what he knew he wanted to do is going to be right there in the arc where they're introduced, which is Alabasta. So yeah, having that scene with Cobra and Robin and setting all of that up and having Cobra be, like, you know, a key component of all of this, have Vivi, You know, like, he knew what he wanted to do with Vivi as well, and Vivi probably has something to tie into all of this, right? But he didn't have anything else for Vivi to do until all of this stuff, you know, culminated back. So it's like, we could have gotten to this, all of this stuff sooner if Oda, you know, didn't want to go and, like, go to this island, go to that island, go to that island, but, like, actually, like, just, like, skip forward and you know, do this version. What we're seeing here in a lot of cases, a lot of this stuff is the stuff that Oda has always had planned. So that's why all of these characters from the beginning of the story are coming back, because they are the ones that Oda envisioned doing these things. Now, of course, a lot of things are going to be different to the way that Oda initially envisioned it, but certain key things, Cobra's involvement here is not a surprise based on all this. CMP said, "You're in Dax theory gave me an idea. What if the poneglyphs and their voices are actually each Joy Boy and the 29 other members of his crew, with the road poneglyph being Joy Boy and his 3 commanders?" It's interesting. I mean, I think it could be anything. I like the idea of it being a, you know, a giant, whether it's a snake or an oni or something, or using the Nika fruit was able to grow and all that. But it could be either. I just love the idea of, like, kind of like his penance, because I feel like whatever this is, Joy Boy is going to be responsible for as well, obviously, because we have the apology. So it's just, his penance was like, okay, tattoo the true history on me, petrify me, tattoo it on me, split me up, everybody take a piece of me, and then in 800 years or whatever, when they're unsuspecting, it'll all culminate, come back together, and we'll take them down or something. I don't know. It's just the way they know so specifically that the prophecy is going to happen. Like, why? Who gives that prophecy? How did they get that? Barry said, "Take a piece of me" feels kind of biblical. Yeah, I mean, I even mentioned that, you know, when we were first cooking it up, me and Dak. But there's a lot of stuff in One Piece that is biblical. There's a lot of stuff that is Shinto. There's a lot of stuff that is, you know, Buddhist. There's a lot of stuff of anything. But I mean, like, even the classifications of devil fruits are biblical. The idea that a fruit, an apple, you know, falls from the tree and, you know, is demonic or anything like that, like a demonic fruit, like, that's biblical as well. Kuma literally walks around with a Bible. That's biblical. Mihawk has a cross. Oda is pulling from everything, so the serpent symbolism as well. Yeah, exactly. see here. Okay. So, all right. So we're on break. We're definitely gonna do a theory for theory next Friday. We're gonna do Chainsaw Man this Tuesday. Some people wanted me to watch the Zoro fight with King. So I'll do a poll. You guys let me know if we want to watch the anime episode together, or we want to keep talking about 1084. And I'll be right back. Vote the poll! Weren't the poneglyphs created by the Koski Masons? Asked Jacob. Yes. The land of Wano is an allied nation. In the same way that the people of Jaya were allied, in the same way that the Kingdom of Alabasta was allied. So there's a bunch of different ally areas. The Kingdom of Zou was an ally. These are the people that opposed the world government, but had to sort of do it in exile. Okay, so 77% of votes are leaning for yes. So
You loyal.
shout out to LJ916, member for 2 months, said, think Lily meant Joy Boy plus Toki before dying and decided to pen the letter D, part of the true royal family that Emu is trying to erase from history.
Savage.
Trying to follow this one. Let's see. think Lily met Joy Boy plus Toki before dying. Joy Boy and Toki, what? And then decided to pen the letter D, part of the true royal family. So, I mean, the D clan, you know, they're the enemy of the gods, so they're that's whoever ruled the ancient kingdom is the D clan, in my opinion. That's what Emu is trying to erase from history. Demon Gunner 7, appreciate you. Said, I love what you're doing for Chainsaw Month. I wonder after if it was over, and if and when you catch up with the manga, you would try to read more of Undead Unluck. Just the first volume, since the first chapter left a bad impression. I am interested in giving it more of a shot. I also know that it has an anime coming out soon. Right? So, my idea for Undead Unluck is I want to see if the anime can take a little bit of that taste out of my mouth about it. Because, like, I see the potential of Undead Unluck. We read it on stream. There was a lot of, like, just gratuitousness. But the characters themselves, like, there was rich motivations and everything there, and I like that character trope of, like, a rogue from X-Men. But I think for Undead Unluck, I'm gonna wait for the anime to come out and then try to, like, start watching it, and then, you know, see how that makes me you know, enjoy the series, and then get into the manga after that. Because I want like a new anime experience. Like, I want to go into something blind and just have the audio and visual, like, kind of carry me for a little bit. Because that's one thing that I really loved about when I first got into One Piece. You know, and it started with the anime. And I think that that's also why I have such a really great attachment to the Alabasta arc and the saga and everything itself, is because, like, I enjoyed it with audio and visual, and the pacing was still good, you know? Yeah. Did I watch the trailer for the anime yet? I did not. Audio Tune said, kind of realized maybe Emu showed up right when Cobra started mentioning the letter. Yeah. And they're all just like, but Cobra's still here, sir. You know, or ma'am. And it's just like, Emu's just casually, you know, like, basically just like, yeah, I know. And he won't be when I'm done. Savage. Shout out to LJ916. Said, I meant that Lily met Joy Boy when he went against Emu and failed. Then she saw Toki and helped write the poneglyphs about the true D family history. Lily was then killed or punished like Zunisha was. That's okay, so that's interesting. So she definitely had to know Joy Boy. But I like that she knows Toki. And that it was actually Toki that helped with the poneglyphs. But the thing is that Toki's from the Amatsuki clan, not the Kozuki clan. So she wouldn't have been able to actually write the poneglyphs, but if she was able to, that would have been like something really cool. But we also know how adamant Toki was about, like, I need to get back to Wano. Because there's probably, like, a message that she needed to deliver so that it could get written into stone. So I like that a little more. And then maybe we can find a poneglyph. Maybe the last road poneglyph has a message on it, like the one in Skypiea did, right? Where where Roger had Oden write something into the Skypiea one. Maybe he wrote one into the road poneglyph. And that message is what Toki wanted to, like, go to Wano to get written. And that's like something about the, you know, the D family history or something. And that's why her mission was so important. That'd be something interesting. Like, that would make Toki like an even better character if something like that happened. But Toki was kind of a waste of a character. For like being from the past and everything, Oda completely didn't utilize her. Eric Veltri, member for 9 months, said, "Sorry, I'm late, Captain. I just graduated from college yesterday. And I finally got back home. Love this chapter. VV stocks are going up now. You know this. 1085. It's about to get spicy.
Loyal.
VV's got to be in 1085. It's about to get spicy. VV back with the crew by 1102, 1103. I'm telling you, 1,000 chapters from when she was first introduced. Blimp pulls up to Egghead. VV gets them out of there. Jolly D Joestar said we finally get in VV focus. Drop those W's for Eric Veltri. Let's see. What about Vivi's mom? It'd be crazy if Lily's Vivi's mom. We already know who Vivi's mom is. Nefertari Titi. Also, do you think that the man marked by flames could be Loki, who was scarred by Shanks' flame sword when he took over Elbaf? Which is why Kid went to Elbaf but encountered Shanks instead. I still feel like the man marked by flames should be Saul, based on everything. But now with this like ship floating in the sea and all of this, you know, it's giving Davy Jones Vanderdecken vibes. Fatal said Madame Shirley is always shown sitting on the ground or on a bubble. Is it possible she's a user of the Toki Toki no Mi? Oh, okay, wait. Fable said the Toki Toki no Mi probably grants its users some high level of precognition. Without being able to view the future, transporting to it would be very dangerous. So that was like a two-part thing there. I mean, if the Toki Toki no Mi is... You know what, I was going to ride with it for a little bit, but then I just remembered that when Roger and Odin went to Fishman Island, Charlie was already giving premonitions. So she was already a precog, so I don't think she needs the Toki Toki no Mi. But I do like the thought that the Toki Toki no Mi gives you like some sort of precognition. And then giving it to somebody like Charlie would probably just make them broken if that was the case. But yeah, she already had prophesized that Shirahoshi would be born in 10 years when they were there, so... Yeah. Raffy D. Goat said, Chapter 127, Crocodile was introduced holding a lily flower. And then, what did he do to that flower? Disintegrated it. Made it so that that lily never existed. And what are we dealing with here? A lily that never existed. And when Cobra talks about somebody that never existed, Emu appears to make sure that that person still never exists. That was a fun little string there. I like that, Raffy. Oh. Let's see here. Madame Charlie, probably master observation feature sight hockey level since childhood. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen something like that. I mean, like when we were introduced to Isa in Skypiea, she had high level observation hockey, like crazy high level observation hockey. So the poll is yes, 77%. So more than 3/4 of you would like me to check out this episode. We have I feel pretty good about the conversation that we've been having about 1084. Great chapter. Great chapter. Better than last week. And I think next week is going to be better than this. finally glad to finally have the glad to finally have seen the Charloss moment. So that's out, right? Here. And give me a moment so that I can give you guys a timer, because I wasn't actually planning to do this, but you know, we're gonna go for it.
You loyal.
Okay. This is probably better here. Cool. Shout out to Third Eye Guy, Michael Lacoste. Member for 22 months said I arrived at a great time. Then we're getting into 1062. Now we did watch Sanji versus Queen, and that was a movie. It was cinema. It was fantastic. I'm hearing the same thing here about Zoro versus King. All right, so let's get into this. Now, in the manga, Zoro versus King was a little underwhelming for me when I compare it to something like Mr. One versus Zoro. I'm expecting, based on what everybody's saying, that the anime elevates what was on the page. Now, that's no discredit to Oda. It was still a good fight. I just felt like, in terms of being challenged and everything like that, I don't know. But we're gonna get into it. Show. Make sure that when I'm doing this that we can't hear any of the audio. Alright, guys? I think I have it turned off, though. And I'll lower the background music just a little bit on this. And drop the link of where we're watching in the chat here so you can follow along if you'd like. There will be no visual on screen because your boy doesn't want any copyright strikes. And Toei does not play. So. Did I get in trouble for the chainsaw? Nope. We in the clear there. All right, so let's see. We're gonna start the countdown here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nighthawk said Funimation's not available in my country, but I have Crunchyroll. Great. If you want to watch on Crunchyroll, totally totally allowed. Yep. Let's see. Can I get a... Would there be a reflection in my glasses? Nah. That'd have been fun, though. Actually, I am going to wear my glasses for this. Let's see. All right. We're just getting through the opening here. All right.
You want to get nuts?
I can't wait for the flash.
Let's get nuts.
I'm so pumped. All right, we're launching Luffy out.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
Heat on feet. He's got the heat on feet, bro. Heat on feet, bro. Heat on feet. Heat on feet. Heat on feet. Heat on feet. And the finisher. Heat on feet. If you guys didn't see on Twitter and on and in the Discord, I put a remastered version of the fight with the proper audio playing underneath. Yeah, no, it's just watch time. All right. What I do like is the parallel between the two, because it's like Zoro saying, I made a promise to my captain and best friend. When you see the flashback with King and Kaido, it's kind of the same thing. It's the same idea. They're very similar in that respect. So you're telling me they get through the entirety of the King fight in this episode? He's still got his mask on. My man's fast. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, that spin. Look at that spin. Okay. Whew. Ooh, we put the stank on that Santorio. Oh. Ooh, we got the coating. We got the black lightning. Okay, okay. I like that. Mask off. Mask off. The allegations continue. Minority Hunter Zoro. Damn. That's beautiful. Great framing. Gotta love it. Whew. What's with the green, though? Like, I know that's Zoro's color, but... Well, Emma's acting up. Might also be the mink medicine. Impeccable hair right out of the mask. Yeah. The lime jello aura. I like that. I also love how like the hair, like his hair doesn't get burnt by the fire either. Tell him, Zoro. Tell him. Kaido's not gonna be king of the pirates. Ooh. That king stance, though. Ooh. 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 What? What are we doing? Zoro's got laser beams now? They put this laser beam sound effect on there. What? Oh, that was nice. That split. Fable said Minority Hunter power boost incoming. Hill said I would have colored King with a bit darker skin. Yeah. Yeah. I remember people were like mad at one of the fan artists for coloring the skin in too light. This is exactly the way that they colored it in. Alright, we got the King flashback. A guinea pig has gone out of control. This is fun. It's fun. I still feel that Kaido knows, like, has a connection to the Lunarians. And I think that Rox may have been a Lunarian. And that's why he's, like, interested in King. Emil said, I imagine Lunarians would make great cooks, chefs. Well, considering I also believe that Sanji was spliced with Lunarian DNA, yes. Why is there no sound effect there? That was like a weird 5 seconds of wasted time there. Ooh. Ooh. The Conqueror Hockey Snipe, though? That wasn't in the manga. Did we even see any Marines there? Man said, that name ain't gonna cut it, bro. It's like, we gotta change that. You know, when they did that split, it really didn't look like they had any sort of different skin color. Magma flames. You could really feel the size difference between the two of them in that shot. How is Zoro surviving these impacts? Like, this is crazy. Or a piece. Shout out to Zoro. This is right hand activity here. Ha 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 ha. Zoro using his, observation here? You gotta love it. I can feel, like, the slow motion of it all. This is very reminiscent of the Mr. 2 fight. Where it's like, oh, he's got to change back into himself before, he can actually attack. Ooh. 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 Zoro's one of the best smack talkers in One Piece. What? Just did like a magma power up there? Oh, I like this. Oh, they're flexing now. Oh, we're getting ready for the end here. Biologically incapable of defeating me. Wow.
It's about to get spicy.
I don't even know where to look. Zoro versus Akainu confirmed. This man's cutting magma. Wow. 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 This is cinema. Oh, this man just did a big bang. This man's here with the magma Kamehameha. This feels like the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League with the Flash running. I want to see this redone with that music. Like the way they had Zoro running. The music. Hot damn. So that was a lie.
So that was a lie.
King was like, I love that. King was like, Kaido, I'm gonna make you king of the pirates.
Lying. Why you always lying?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be the king of hell. Ooh, the flex back onto the land. Ooh.
Savage.
Ooh. Emil said, and none of this is from a devil fruit. Facts. I feel like they gotta get a copyright strike on that. Who owns the rights to Zoro? With 2 R's. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can do that Z at the end. Yeah, that was great. That was solid. That was solid. Shout out to Fable. Said, believe it or not, this is what Zoro fans think would have happened to Sanji if Zoro was in Whole Cake Island. That Zoro would have fought Sanji instead of Luffy and would have would have done this. I just love the escalation too, where it's like Zoro learns how to cut fire, right? And then everybody's like, oh man, he's gonna cut Sanji up. And then Sanji learns how to make his flames hotter than fire, right? Or the hottest fire that could fire. And then Zoro learns how to cut magma. Just to keep everything in check. But yeah, I mean, there were some really solid visuals there. It felt like Dragon Ball Z at a lot of parts, which was wild. Zoro vs. Mr. One is still my favorite, but in the anime, it gave Zoro vs. Mr. One vibes that the manga didn't. So it's the audio and the sound effects and the voice acting, like that makes a whole hell of a lot of the difference. And yeah, shout out to them. They really Zoro fan animators really showed out. Gotta love it. It's crispy. It's crispy. Until we really said we don't care about a copyright. Yeah. I need to bring back the King of the Hell meme that I made. Wonder if I can find that. Fable said, unless Kaido shows me something new. Anime King is greater than Anime Kaido at this point. Man gave us a laser light show. Yeah. I mean, for Kaido to do his like magma thing when that eventually happens, like it needs to like top that. Like that's wild. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be the king of hell. That was one of my like most popular tweets. Gear 5 is going to be crazy. You know we're watching that. Don't worry about that. We're going to be right here. So, but that's going to wrap up the video, the episode watch part of this that I'll probably clip and put up by itself. Like, comment, subscribe if you are feeling the vibe.
Come with me if you want to live.
Seraphim are gonna go crazy. But they're also not gonna look as dark as they probably should. I'm with a lot of you guys on that. Text. There we go. Oh, that was one of my favorite skits I did. King of the Hell. Completely redubbed it. Let's see. I'll be able to pull it up on my phone. I can't find the actual thing, but let's see here. Let's see. But yeah, I can actually go on Twitter because I read the chapter and it's a break week. Luffy, we're gonna make it. Sorry about that, Luffy. But if we're gonna make it to the final island, I've gotta turn up the heat. Yeah, I'm gonna be the king of hell. I'll tell you what. Wait, why is it not showing the...
Turn up the...
What is going on here?
Sorry about that, Luffy. But if we're gonna make it to the final island, I've gotta turn up the heat. Yeah.
What is going on?
King of Hell. I'll tell you what. Is that okay with you?
Why is it acting up? What is going on with this?
Sorry about that, Luffy.
Sorry, guys, but it's not
But if
playing
we're gonna
correctly.
make it to the final island, I've gotta turn up the heat. Yeah, I'm gonna be the king of hell. I'll tell you what. Is that okay with you?
Well, either way, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm going to retweet it because now it's culturally relevant again. The heat is affecting it, yeah. Elon's to blame for sure. DK. If Zoro's in the public domain, then that's great. Then we should re-release all of the volumes of One Piece to say Zoro again. Yep. 1085 predictions. So something wild has to happen. Like seriously. Like for Oda to hold this for 5 years, this has to change everything. Like, we either need to learn about the Will of D here, like, we need to learn about something, like... But, I mean, realistically, one of our characters should be there for a lot of this stuff, which is what muddies it, right? Because it's like, we want to learn things, but we also need our main characters to learn it too. So to have this, like, side story off to the side, it's almost as if you can't really give away too much because somebody has to tell them, not Cobra. But... I need some Vivi action, like seriously. And I think that we should see her next chapter, even if she's not there for the death. We need to understand where the mysterious disappearance comes into play and how that relates to Wapol and Morgans. So I think, like, in 1085, we need to establish what Morgans and Wapol are up to if they're going to end up, you know, saving Vivi in the last minute here. Is Morgans, like, secretly spying and like, watching all of this happen and, like, just saying to the side, like, this is big news? Like, that would be a lot of fun. I really want this throne room scene to be something crazy. No. And I'd love if all of this stuff could somehow tie Blackbeard into the story. You know, especially with how he wants to, you know, become an allied nation and everything, and we were talking about it, like, Blackbeard should have played a role in the Reverie. It's like that would be something worthy of holding back on, I would think, but... Reset Cobra will be clovered. Yeah. While we're getting, like, real-time O'Hara on Egghead, Cobra's the new Clover over at the Reverie. I could see that. I think we have to get some information on Lily. Just based on the last line. We should also see Garp in the next chapter. Because after everything that just happened with Miosgard and everything, like, Garp needs to come in and, like, get Shirahoshi out of there. Which I think would be interesting if Vivi's looking for Garp, but Garp is already, like, booking it out of there with the fishman. Then Vivi is left to, like, her own devices, trying to figure out, like, what she can do, who's going to actually save her, where are we going with all of this? She's stuck with Lucci. But she also has to ditch Lucci, too. So it's... yeah. Probably a page of the revolutionaries leaving with Kuma, taking the collar off. Not that I need to see it, but Oda will probably show it. Sai and Leo being told to leave by Miosgard. Maybe we'll see a Holy Knight. Holy Knight comes in to, like, intervene and, like, arrest Miosgard or something, or hold him in contempt. I still feel like something had to happen to Leo and Sai. Like, that's so crazy. Like, that, for them to, like, just get away, like, where are they then? You know? They've got Viva cards to Luffy and all this other stuff. Like, this is... maybe they get away with Vivi. Because that was my big thing, too. Is, like, if they leave, and then they get on the blimp, too, with Vivi, and Oda decided to just not show that they're there, I'm okay with that, because then we can be following that Viva card to Egghead, and then that gets Vivi to Egghead, so I'm okay with that. If I lose Sai and Leo and Impel Down for Impel Down 2.0, but they're with Vivi to go back to the original Vivi theory from years ago, to get Vivi, Leo, and Sai over to Egghead with Morgans and Wapple, I'm on board with that. Emil said Pell kills Cobra, but surprise, Pell was Katarina Devon all along. The real Pell died long ago. What if Chaka dies but Pell survives yet again? Said Reese. Stop. I mean, Katarina Devon would be crazy, because the implications of Blackbeard being involved in, like, Cobra's death, like, that feels right. That feels right. But it also, like, should be Emu, so that we set up this threat. Depends on which thread he wants to set up. Like, is Blackbeard more important to all of this, or is Emu more important? I think Emu is, but I mean, we've been with Blackbeard longer. Emil, you did Wapple and Big News, but you did the Big News emoji, but you didn't do the Wapple emoji. I really expected Wapple in the chapter, and I expected Cobra to die this chapter, so I put a Wapple emoji. So 1085, I could see that being Cobra's death, or stretch it out till 1086. I don't know, but Alejandro said 1090, we go back to the Straw Hats. We'll be there by 1089, I think. But I think we could wrap up all of this Reverie stuff by 1086, to be honest, though. And then do like an outside wrap up 1087, back to Egghead 1088, 1089. Because not only do we need to learn what's happened at the Reverie, we also need to see what Dragon Ivankov have to say to what Sabo is saying, and what that's going to make them say also. But the other thing too that's wild is that we're getting the full Reverie flashback, but this was intended as coming from the perspective of Sabo, and Sabo wasn't privy to all of this. So Oda is just giving us other information that has nothing to do with Sabo, which makes it really disjointed. DK said, when does this volume end? I've been told this is the volume ender. DK said, oh damn, if it is, I could see us going back to Egghead for sure next chapter. That would be one of the craziest pump fakes that Oda will have ever done. If we go back to Egghead next chapter, and he just leaves us on this, and then we have to, like, have another series of events where we come back and... I'm okay with that, only if the rest of the story comes from Vivi. The way I originally wanted it. But... Just get it over with, Oda. Just get it all out, man! Come on. Five more years of this mystery. Yeah, I'll see you guys in 2027 when we can get the what actually happened at the Reverie.
Oh, man.
Wow. Alright. Who do we want for theory for theory? Drop some names in the chat. I'm going to start wrapping things up, guys. This was fun. This is fun. This is a way better chapter than last chapter. And I'm really hoping we don't go back to Egghead in the next chapter. I want more of this. And we're going to do Chainsaw Man on Tuesday, episodes 4, 5, and 6. If you need to catch up, episodes 1, 2, 3, the VOD is on the channel. And we're going to do that for the next 3 Tuesdays. Got this here. Seeing a lot of recon. Is it the right time for recon? I tried to get Morge. Morge feels right. I tried to get Morge, but I think Sundays are just bad for Morge. Like, he wanted to do something on a Tuesday, and I just, like, you know, we still got to do things on Sundays. So. Reset J, his agendas are peaking. We need his toxicity. Which agenda is getting fueled by the Reverie, though? Miles said maybe Brago because he's not / unable to stream himself currently. What happened to Brago? Joy Girl is interesting. I'll take these all into account and I'll continue to think. Admiral's in the mud for Jay's agenda. Oh. Jin said, I'm sad we only get 8 episodes for a live action, so disappointing. Don't be. Don't be. 8 episodes will be fine. But yeah, what's the deal with Brago, though? What happened to Brago? He can't stream? Something happened to his channel? I didn't hear about this. Miles said zero clue, just mentioned something about it on his 1084 vid and he didn't stream the chapter. Oh wow. Let's see. Chin said imagine Sabo does kill Cobra, but it's Katarina Devon. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. And like I'm okay with that, but I do feel like it's probably the best case scenario for the story, but I think Oda's gonna go with you know, Imu doing it, and I think that also needs to be the case as well too. Mono, that's interesting. Yeah, maybe we can try that. But see, the thing is like if I do Mono or Joy Girl, we're not going to be at our normal time because they are like hours ahead of us. So it would be like a late night stream. It'd be, you know, I don't know, probably have to be like 8 to 12 hours later than this. You know, I don't know. Well, we're a bit into the stream, so probably like 6 to 10 hours ahead of this. That's the problem with everybody that's so far ahead in, you know, Australia and Japan time. But would be fun. Would be fun. Someone who I can discuss lore with deeply. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll take all of this into consideration, guys. Either way, we will. If you here for Chainsaw Month, we'll be here for that. Next Sunday, we'll have a theory for theory no matter what. The following Tuesday, Chainsaw. The following Sunday after that, we'll be back for 1085. In between that time, I'm hoping I already shot some videos, so I just need to edit them, and we'll be moving along here. So there's going to be some content during the break. That's my goal. All right. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you soon.
swimming deep, deep. Savage.